On the island of Sodor, really useful railway, all of the engines were extremely busy. A special goods station was being built. The engines had important work to be done. James collected tar so they could build up the road. Stanley was collecting stone and tiles for the roof. And Henry was bringing some important people to help investigate the building. Everyone was busy. Thomas puffed into Knapford. "Good morning, everyone," he said. "What are we up to?" "Well, Thomas," said James, "I'm taking this tar to build up the tarmac at the depot." "I'm taking these stones so that the workmen can build up the walls." "I, therefore, am too important to take people. I, therefore, am not too important for this job, because I have an express to pull." "Okay," said Thomas. "Good luck with your work today." The engines left Knapford to get their jobs done with. Later, Thomas had to collect some food and petrol for the depot. He puffed through the countryside with importance and pride. Later, Sir Topham had sent Thomas on another job. Boko had broken down, so his train was left at Knapford and Thomas had to take it to the depot. "This job is quite dull," he complained. Just then, Edward arrived. He was getting Thomas's coaches ready so he could take the workmen as soon as he was done with his job. Thomas told Edward about his dull job. "It may be dull, Thomas, but just remember that you have an important role in the railway, and that is being responsible, reliable, and really useful. That's what Sir Topham Hatt says." And then he puffed proudly away with Boko's trucks. "I wish I could do a different job instead of taking Boko's trucks," Thomas said to himself. Thomas didn't know that the last two cars had couplings that were loose. They were old and rusty. Soon something bad was going to happen. On his way, Thomas had to go up a steep hill. It was a long way up. Halfway up, the couplings snapped. The last two cars stopped at their junction. The track that wasn't blocked led to the depot. But the track was blocked. It was under maintenance duty. And the rails were slippery. Thomas puffed along the line, unaware of his danger. Meanwhile, James was pulling a special goods train that was going to the depot. It was the depot's first shipment. James was about to head to the slippery tracks. A quick-thinking shunter had just set the points just in time. Thomas had delivered his stones in time, just in time to hear James calling for help. James was about to head straight to the depot. He was going to crash straight into the yogurt and the fuel that would destroy the depot. Thomas knew he had to think fast. He found a nearby signal box. "Excuse me," said Thomas bravely. "You must switch the points to the other track. It's right at the new depot. James is about to crash into some cars. Quickly!" The signalman changed the points. Just in time. Luckily, James wasn't hurt, but the building was safe. Later, Hero shunted James to the works, and Thomas went to sort things out. Thomas was glad that everything was okay. A few days later, the building was finished. All of the engines came to admire it. James and Boko were both mended in time for the ceremony. James was very proud of Thomas for saving his life and the depot. But Thomas had learned a lesson. Even though some jobs can be boring, some adventure comes around the corner every day.